Hi, Dave Snyder here. It is Wednesday, August 13th, 2014. And I want to show you this first, this little part first, before it disappears, because this is the live weather on Google Earth right now. And this is, just check this out. Okay. Let me get my other mouse. Hold on a second. Alright. See this spot right here? On the moon. This is the moon reverse. I'll explain how I got here in a minute, but I just want you to see this weather pattern right here. See the circular area there, and you see this triangular shape here. Okay, you see the triangular shape here and here, and you see that right there, right? That crater, pretty similar. This is right over the Grand Canyon right here, the Grand Canyon area here. See this? And it doesn't look like it's there on the Earth, but if you look real close, see this? Something right there. You can see, you can kind of see it, but you got to remember. Look at these images they give us. This is bullshit that they give us. Total bullshit. But anyways, there's something there. Anyways, I know this goes in this area, and how I know that this goes in this area, and why. I mean, I didn't just randomly pick this spot. There's something that led me up to this point, right? First of all, I thought this was going to land in California. I was hoping it would. But it got kind of far off that way, and this is, you know, we'll check that out in a minute. This one right here is kind of falling right in that same pattern as we saw that I showed a couple videos ago. See, it's probably a duplicate. Could be a duplicate impact because something created the crater, and the other crater that was here, some piece of land or something that's not there anymore, probably. Anyways, what led me here was this. I was on Wonder Maps, and I seen this pattern, and I know this pattern. I know exactly what that pattern is. I mean, and I kind of misspoke earlier in my video where I said you'll never see that one area on the moon that they always, but you will see it sometimes in a weak way. You know what I mean? Sometimes you'll see it. Actually, I've seen it once or twice. That was pretty decent, but you will see it occasionally. This little hump right here. And I've showed this in Mare Oriental too. This Mare Oriental will fit here perfectly, and so will Imbrium. So I took and saved this image earlier, and I took it to Google Earth, and I went to the moon, like this. And this is another for sure. It's another absolute fit. It's same distance, same diameter as the other one, about 1,900 miles. Okay, so here's Imbrium on the moon, right here. Okay, and there's that area I was talking about. Okay, so here we go. Okay. So I aligned this. I just wanted to get that hump right there into that area. It's not perfect, but that yellow represents the actual crater part, really. And then you see how this is here. I'm not saying I have it perfect at the moment, but you see how that all comes down like that, kind of. Okay. And then check this out. This part here. And it's not right on, but you can see here's the curve, the pocket right here. I call it the pocket now. I don't know why, but there's that little pocket because it looks like a pool table pocket kind of. And if you come back, you can see the point in the pocket. Okay, and it's not right on top of it, but you got to remember, you know, this is weather. Not going to be perfect every time or ever, but pretty close sometimes. And you see this whole area over here do pretty good. Over here. I'm sure there's more. Anyways, what I did is I put this here like this, and I, you know, I'm sure that goes there because I put it. Imbrium hits up there, and it hits South America at the same time. I think it's the same impact. Just South America is not there in that spot, you know, anymore, or something like that. Or maybe it was two separate impacts. It's possible because the moon's hit the Earth a lot of times. It's had to go through. If it's 4.5 billion years old, it's probably went through hundreds of these cycles of hitting the Earth. It had to have. At least, you know, it had to go through at least 100 or so. I don't know. Maybe there's not that. Yeah, probably. Anyways, what I did is I continued. I saved this image like this. I thought, there's South Dakota, maybe California is right here, you know, because I was thinking, you know what I mean. So I just kind of saved this image with this. I left this here, and I saved this area, and then I took it back. I went back to the Earth, and I had to flip that image over that I saved because that one, to put it on the Earth. So I did that, and that lined up pretty good. I got it lined up pretty good with the borders. You see Oklahoma here, and turn the borders on. And it's not, you see that it's not perfect, but Oklahoma is really good actually. These ones are all pretty good. They fit really, really nice. Arkansas, okay. And but this borders off a little bit, but you see I got that border right. I don't know, that it couldn't throw it off that much with Oklahoma being pretty close to being right in the right spot and everything. So anyways, I wanted to check out, this side over here. I figured if the impact was here, this had to be, somewhat involved in the impact somehow. And turn the borders off again. And I'm sure I will find more things that will fit, but I went through this, and I can see a few things. Like there's a crater up here where this one is. It looks similar to this, and this right here, you see the triangle. You see that first of all, you see that they're trying to hide shit with this dark black. You see how they're doing this with the. I mean, come on, really? If you're gonna give us a picture of the moon, just give us a real fucking picture of the moon, please. Really? I mean, come on. It's about time. It really is. It's about that time. I mean, we're gonna figure it out eventually anyway. Why not? Why wait? Let's all get it out of the way. That's the way I see it. Let's get that shit out of the way, because it's gonna create a bunch of shit, and I just think we should just get that shit over with, right? Okay, so here's that crater, and then I turned on the live weather here and turned off the temperatures because I don't really care what the temperature is everywhere. And this fell right into that spot right there. This fell right into that spot, and I thought, well, that looks pretty. Looks like it fits it pretty good, and it just fell. I didn't line it to that; it just was there. I mean, after I lined, obviously I worked with the borders first. I had to, that's where I was going to get my accuracy, was working with the board, getting a state lined up properly, and I was going to get that the best I could, and then I would then I checked out the weather. I started checking it out like this and seeing where the weather fit, and right there, boom, there's that triangular shape with that crater, and you can see that. In the weather. That's in the weather. That's what that is in the weather. Whatever is right here, the plateau, whatever. There is something circular there that matches that crater. I'm sure of it. That's what that is. I've seen it a bunch of times. And there is a circular pattern in there. So you go to the Earth and you don't really see much as far as circular. I mean, it's probably right here. I'm thinking. I don't know. Be a little bit off, just a little bit, not much though. It looks like if I moved it over, it would fit really good. Because I see like the whole Grand Canyon. I don't know. I've never been to the Grand Canyon. Anybody that's been there, it's a crazy area. This could be the whole plateau. This looks like this right here looks like the Colorado Plateau. I mean, I got pictures of it saved, I could bring it up, and I bet you it'll fit right in that little dark area right there, really well. I mean, there will be no significant detail to align it to, but I bet you that it would kind of hold that shape right here. I'm not going to do it. Maybe later. I can see this too. See this, how this protrudes into the. See that right here? I can see something there. Takes a little bit of a practice, but there's also like Mount Shasta's right here where this big thing is, big crater. You can see that. See something round right there. Okay, I can, but I don't see the rest of. Oh, Lake Tahoe, Reno. Look, that right there is something right there, and it's probably not a crater on the moon. It's probably like some kind of peak that created the lake or something. I don't know. Oh, look at Mono Lake is right there. Look at that. I didn't even notice that. Or is it? Yeah, it is Mono Lake, isn't it? Yeah. Something for that one right there. That's pretty interesting. Perfect distance apart. And you got this. I didn't even look at this, or did I look at that? Oh yeah, down there in Southern California. And there's a big round spot right there. Look at that. See how round that is? Look at that. See that? Look at that shit right there. That is the same. I bet you it goes there. Where's them tar pit things at? That looks like a big dark area. I don't know where those things are, but probably not right there. It's like mountains. Which is what creates craters on the moon. Mountains on the earth. Look at that. It just it's right in place almost. That curve. You just go through it and you'll see things will align, and I'm telling you so that just kind of confirms the Imbrium impact right here that you seen it, that I showed you in the weather in the beginning. Just kind of confirms it. And now I don't think anything's going to be too accurate over this way, but who knows? Could be Hawaii right there, you know. Doubt it, but could be. That's probably Hawaii right there. Somewhere in there. Or not. You know. This it's more than likely just this area over here. This area over here probably doesn't have much involvement past, you know, this point. Because it hits right here. And I would think that just, I don't know. It's hard to say because it just really is. But you get things to align like that, and then the weather confirms a little spot there, and that's really all it takes. Let's check these out down here in Mexico. There's a volcano, I'm sure there, and something there. It's interesting to look at, though, because, I mean, really, you think about it, people. I mean, maybe most people, I guess, really, you don't want to think about it, but I like to think about it because it just gives me something to do that's constructive in a way. Not really constructive, but just educational. You learn a lot of things about everything. It doesn't really stick to just one subject like geology or geography or astronomy. It covers a lot. Religion and everything else. It covers a lot. You can learn a lot of things. You know, like the land down under. You know, people think it's because it's in the southern hemisphere or whatever. It's like, well, that's not why it's the land down under. That would be the land down under if that was the case. That's the land down under because it used to be under something. I do believe that. That's why it's so red. Just like you know, everything's the heavy iron and stuff like that settles down to the land down under. That's why there's gold, big nuggets of gold all over the place. That'll detect 4-ounce nuggets out of the ground. I mean, where else can you do that? Nowhere. Nowhere else. Nowhere else on this planet can you do that I know of. That's the only place where you're going to pull up 4-5-ounce gold nuggets out of a foot under the ground, 2 feet underground. That's amazing. And that's only in Australia that I know of. You know another place, you'd let me know, because I'll be there. I mean, I should be here. They probably wouldn't let me go there. I'm not a bad guy. Just, they're just picky about who they let in, I guess. Probably not in Australia too much. Probably on the no-fly list, though. Thanks to all the comments I put on YouTube. It's just the way it goes. Speak my mind. I don't give a shit. If shit's fucked up, then I'm gonna say it. And it's just the way it is. So I try to hold back the best I can. I really do. I never make any kind of threatening gestures or anything like that, or nothing like that. Anyways, have a great day. And just look into it, people. And if you make any videos like you're doing this and doing some overlays and you're finding things and doing real good, I'd like to see the videos. Anything like that, please let me know. I'd like to check it out. I encourage people to do that for sure. Find something, share it. Please. All right. Have a great day.